explosive in time.
In northern China's Fujian region, a Neolithic pottery jar dating to about 6000 BC shows an embossed serpent biting a toad, often regarded as China's earliest secure serpent motif. By 4500 BC, Hongshan artists carved jade into pig dragons, prototypes of China's dragon tradition. Over centuries, that coiling form became cosmic. Shang and Zhou dynasties made the dragon lord of rivers, rain, and empire. Gonggong, the black dragon, split heaven with floods. Yinglong, a winged rain dragon, saved the land by cutting canals with his tail. Farther south, India imagined the Nagas, half human, half serpent, who guarded treasure, fertility, and sacred knowledge. Neither benevolent nor malign, they embodied the double edge of water, giver of life, bringer of ruin. Across the sea, Arnhem land shelters some of the oldest continuous serpent images. The rainbow serpent, painted at least 6,000 years ago, coils through rivers and sky, shimmering and colossal. It brings rain and growth, but in anger swallows whole. For the Yolngu and Bining people, it is ancestor, lawgiver, and storm. Long before cuneiform, serpents haunted the stones of Göbekli Tepe and nearby Karahan Tepe. On limestone pillars raised around 9500 BC, carvers etched snakes in low relief. Writhing lines coiled among scorpions and vultures. Whatever rights the sites once held, these figures mark some of humanity's earliest monumental serpent images. Thousands of years later in Mesopotamia, the serpent winds through the oldest written myths. Around 3000 BC, Sumerians carved a Ningish Zeta, twin serpents rising from a staff, a symbol of fertility and the underworld, an early echo of the Caduceus. In the Babylonian Enuma Elish, chaos itself takes serpentine form. Tiamat, the primeval sea dragon slain by Marduk to bring order to the cosmos. From river valleys to desert shrines, the serpent shifted from sacred to sus. In Canaanite tradition, it guarded fountains of life. In Hebrew scripture, it tempts. Here, the serpent embodies both ends of human anxiety, chaos before creation and corruption within it. From a Finnish wetland at Javansuo comes one of Europe's clearest ancient serpent relics, a 4,400-year-old wooden staff carved into the form of a snake. Its sinuous head and body suggest the serpent as symbolic or ritual object. By the Iron Age, the serpent had sharpened into mythic adversary. At Delphi, Python, the earth serpent, guarded the Omphalos, the navel of the world where Gaia herself was once worshipped. Apollo slew Python, remaking the oracle into his shrine. The Hydra of Lerna, sprouting 2 heads for every one cut off, was a parable of endless struggle. But serpents were not always monsters. The staff of Hermes bore 2 entwined snakes, the true caduceus, a symbol of balance, exchange, and protection. In Norse myth, Jormungandr encircled the world, fated to drown gods and men at Ragnarok. Celtic art curled snakes beside deities as emblems of earth and rebirth. And in medieval Europe, dragons coiled through legend, foes for saints, heroes, and dreamers alike. In Europe, the serpent was trial and ordeal, guardian, adversary, and test of fate. By 3500 BC, Wadjet, the cobra goddess, stood as protector of Lower Egypt, her flared hood rising from the pharaoh's brow as the uraeus, sovereignty in living flesh. Serpents also marked the edges of order. Mehen, the coiled snake, encircled Ra to shield him from night terrors, while Apophis, serpent of chaos, attacked the sun bark each night, only to be struck down at dawn. Here the serpent was both crown and threat, royal flame and eternal adversary. Across Africa, serpents span rainbows, rivers, and the sky itself. In West Africa, the rainbow serpent Dan, later Dambala in Haitian voodoo, bridges heaven and earth, bringing fertility and order. His consort, Edowedo, the rainbow itself, binds creation with her arcs. Among Bantu-speaking peoples, great pythons guard rivers and rain, their power both protective and perilous. The rainbow, too, is seen as a serpent spirit, sign of life-giving storms, but also of drought or danger. In Africa, the serpent was never one thing: rainbow and python, crown and chaos, sky bridge and abyss. On the sandstone walls of Chiribiquete in Colombia, ancient artists left vast panels of animals, spirits, and serpents. Serpent motifs amid the greater surrounding region of the Orinoco River may date to as early as the 11th millennium BC, making them among the oldest serpent artifacts in the world, rivaling Göbekli Tepe. Millennia later, among the Olmec and later the Maya and Aztec, Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, bridged heaven and earth. Both creator and culture bringer, he was patron of maize, calendars, and knowledge itself. In North America, serpent mounds carved into the land, most famously in Ohio, coil for hundreds of feet, their open jaws aligned with solstices and lunar cycles. The great effigy serpent was earthwork and sky marker binding land to cosmos. Elsewhere, Andean traditions knew Amaru, a serpent slithering through mountains and skies, mediator between worlds. And in Amazonian myth, giant anaconda spirits shaped rivers and birthed the clans who lived along them. Some of these dates are speculative. For example, the date for early serpent art in the Americas is not known directly. The date given is regarded as the earliest possible date. Serpent worship, for another example, existed in pre-dynastic Egypt long before early depictions of Wadjet, perhaps around 6000 BC. But for our purposes here, it turns out it does not matter. We are closer in time to the creation of the earliest known ancient serpent art than we are to the year 10,900 BC, by at least 4 centuries.